Hey middle schoolers, it's Miss Johnson. Do you remember me? It's been a long 2 months and I've got to say that I am really missing each and every one of you. I know you probably think I'm exaggerating, but I'm truly out of my element not being in the classroom, and I just want to say that I miss you so much and I hope you're making the most of your time at home. And it's been a long time since I've done a video lesson of any kind, so today I'm going to be doing a little piece for Mother's Day. My mom is a very nice lady who I love very much. She's not terribly artistic. I didn't get that gene from her. However, the activity I'm going to be showing you today is something that she taught me when I was about 5 or 6, and all you need to do it is a single sheet of typing paper or computer paper. You can use, an old piece of homework. You're not going to need that for a while, so go ahead and grab yourself a piece of rectangular paper, and never mind my gnarly manicure. All right, so to get started, I'm going to be working vertically today. So, from class, vertically means it's running the tall way. It's running up and down. And I'm not going to tell you quite yet what we're making, so you're just going to have to follow along. So to get started, we're going to be doing a little bit of folding. I'm going to work vertically. I'm right-handed, so I'm going to start with my upper right-hand corner. You can start however you like. I'm going to take my upper right-hand corner. I'm going to fold it down right along the left-hand edge, and I want to make a crease that runs all the way to the pointed tip of the top of the paper. So I'm doing my best to, this is difficult to do with the camera in my face. All right, I'm going to start at the top, fold it down, and I'm going to create a nice crease running all the way down diagonally. So when I am opening that back up again, I'm going to see a crease running all the way to the top corner down to the lower right-hand edge. So it's running diagonally. I'm going to do the very same thing. Everything we do today when we're folding is going to switch from side to side. So it's going to be very symmetrical. I'm going to do the very same thing, except this time I'm going to start at the top left corner, and I'm going to fold that paper down. And if I'm lucky, it's going to crease up really nicely. And I do apologize for all the shadows. I don't have a nicely lit space like my classroom, so I'm doing this in my den with a bunch of lamps from my bedrooms, and it's really hot. So thanks for bearing with me. All right, so you're gonna notice now we're gonna be left with an X running from one corner all the way down the side, and the same thing on the opposite edge. So we've got this X. Now, using the outer edges, we're going to kind of pull the sides in. So we're going to grab the outer edges of the X there and pull them in. And what you're going to notice is that it's going to want to fold down to create a triangular shape. So I'm going to do that little tuck action. And your paper's going to want to spring. So it's very important, once you get that triangle kind of laid down, we want to make sure that you give it a nice tight crease. And I really want to make sure that the top comes to a point. So I'm going to coax the paper into a nice point like that. All right, are you with me? Awesome. Don't be afraid to pause if you need to. All right, I've got that there, and now I'm just going to give it a good press. I want to encourage the paper to hold this shape, so I'm going to be creating those creases. It's going to help my paper stay in place and eliminate it kind of bouncing out of shape. Beautiful. So I've created kind of this Eve shape, kind of like the top of a house. And now I'm going to find these little wings that have formed on the outer edges of the triangle. I'm going to take the lower left, and I'm just going to gently tuck that up, and I'm going to connect the point of the triangle all the way to the top. So it's going to fold, it's going to meet the top, and I'm going to give it a really nice, crisp crease, just like that. Now we're working symmetrically. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Beautiful. I'm going to crease. Hopefully that paper's going to hold. So I don't know if you have a guess yet what we're making. Suspense. All right, now what we're going to do next is we are going to engage this little pocket. It's kind of happening inside of our triangle. And I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to create kind of something that almost looks like a little bunny ear. And I'm going to fold that down. So I'm turning it from a triangle, opening it up, turning it into a little square. And I'm going to crease it so that square can hold its shape. Oop. Beautiful. Same thing on the other side. Open it up, create that little pocket, fold it down, and I'm creating 2 symmetrical squares. Brilliant. Still doesn't look like a whole lot. Now, there is still a pocket in here, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to fold these inner corners out. All right, so I'm going to do that on the right. I'm going to fold one corner up and out, crease it. Same thing on the left side. Brilliant. I've done it. Again, no clues as to what we're making. Here, we're going to be left now. There's a little, kind of like a lower point to this little diamond here. We are going to flip that up just like that in a really nice firm crease. This one's an important one, so fold it in. Awesome. Now I'm going to turn mine on the side for just a moment here so that the next fold is going to happen a little bit more easily, but again, we're working symmetrically. We're going to work on the left and right. I'm going to take this edge here. I'm going to fold in this little wing. All right, so this is kind of like the left-hand wing. I'm just going to fold it like this. And what I want to do is to create a nice 90-degree angle right here. I don't want my paper folding too far out or too far in. We want a nice 90-degree angle. And what I'm doing is I'm pressing the paper right up along this edge. So there's a nice natural stopping point right there. And it's creased. Same thing on the other side. Great. Now I am going to, actually I want to make sure those are really nice and crisp. Now I'm going to take a lower corner, it doesn't matter which one, I'm going to start with the right. I'm going to take my lower corner and I'm going to fold it up so that this edge right here, this outer edge, is going to kind of match up along the rectangle that's inside here. If you remember, there's still paper inside. I'm going to fold this right up along that edge, kind of like that. Crease it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now this might create a little bit of overlap at the bottom right here. That's really totally fine. All right, so I'm going to fold it up, crease it down, and you're going to see here that this is going to take on a similar shape to the top. So we've got 2 similar points happening. Now I'm taking my bottom flap here and I'm going to tuck that right into this little fold. And if I'm lucky, look at that. It's really nice and flush. It's lining up perfectly. And you can kind of tell what we're making. I want to fold this little edge in here. All right. So we are making a tiny little pretend envelope. It is not perfect. You can see here there's a little opening on either side, and that's totally fine. This was hard to do with a camera in my face. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the top end down and create a nice crisp edge there. And then this little opening is a nice place for us to tuck that point inside so that it stays closed. I'm going to fold it right about here. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a little crease so that the paper wants to stay tucked, and I'm going to point that right in there. Just like that. And now this will stay folded. So the reason that I'm showing you this, one, is that when I was your age, we did not have cell phones. Texting was not a thing. I didn't get my first cell phone until I was in college. That was just my luck. So when I would pass notes to my friends, I would always fold it in a little envelope. Another reason why I want to make an envelope is I've actually been having a little bit of fun working on my own artwork involving envelopes. I've been making little handmade cards to send to friends and family. I don't know if any of you are in the habit of sending mail, but it is a really nice thing to do right now to show the people in your life that you care. So I carved my own stamps, and these are cassette tapes. Not certain if any of you know what those are. This is the prehistoric way that I consumed music as a kid. Cheeseburgers, because you know it's my favorite food. I made some ramen stamps because it's delicious. And then of course coffee, which is what's getting me through these tough times. So I highly recommend not just folding a little note, but maybe taking some time to write something nice to mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunts or uncles, anyone who's taking care of you right now. And maybe, you know, do a nice thing for brother, sister, whoever you're living with. And, you know, do a little nice gesture. I'd like to see you guys try this. It's super easy. Once again, I lack brevity. I'm still talking, but I love you. I miss you. Be good, and I really hope to see you soon.